According to my friend David Gandelman, the seven energies of the soul are creator, healer, warrior, lover, artist, explorer, and master. I have a conversation with David on this episode, so join us. Hello and welcome to Charmed Life. This channel is all about magic, metaphysics, mysticism, and the unconditional love of the universe. And I am your host here. My name is Tricia Carr. I am an intuitive, an empathic channel, a teacher, and so is my friend David Gandelman, author of Seven Energies of the Soul. He is a spiritual teacher and an author, and he's one of my BFFs. And so in this episode, we are talking about all kinds of things about the soul, about expansion, about meditation, and well, I also tease him quite a bit. So here's an excerpt from my conversation with David. If you're interested in the full conversation, then you can catch it on the podcast, Charmed Life with Tricia Carr. And as we head into this, I would love to invite you to like, subscribe, share, comment, and click the little bell so you get notifications for when I post more episodes like this and other ones where I'm teaching on my own. And so now, welcome to this bit of my conversation with the amazing David Gandelman.
I always wonder if we all had our own Amazon reviews from our ex-partners, what they would say.
Well, speaking of a work that is complete and also is accepting Amazon reviews, let's talk about the book. The Seven Energies of the Soul. The beautiful solar plexus and sacral color and root colored book cover. And it is The Seven Energies of the Soul, Awaken Your Inner Creator, Healer, Warrior, Lover, Artist, Explorer, and Master by David Gandelman. So let's talk about the soul, shall we?
There it is. Sure.
How wonderful. Tell us all about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Well, the analogy I like to use is when white light passes through a prism, it refracts into the seven main colors of the rainbow, right?
Yeah.
Now, yes, there are thousands of colors with combinations, but that's kind of how I see those seven energies. So the light of your awareness passes through your human form, and every time you take action in the world, you're deciding how you want to show up, what you want to create. And so in this moment, am I showing up as a creator, as a healer, as a lover, a warrior, an artist? What kind of energy am I manifesting into the world? And then when we go to do that, kind of what we're talking about with attachment styles, we can be deficient or we can go into excess with each of these. So maybe you become a workaholic, so you're an excessive creator, or you shut your heart down to relationships, so you're a deficient lover, or you're obsessed with your art and you think it's the only thing that matters, and you've become an excessive artist. So in all of these energies, or maybe you get the guru complex. I have a channel to God. I know all, right? Now you're an excessive master energy. So we all have these tendencies with each one. And the premise of the book, and hopefully what it can help people with, is recognize where they're deficient, where they're in excess, balance each energy, and really live up to their potential with all of them. Because I think happiness is a byproduct of balance and fulfillment. It's not like one thing all the time. It's a mix. It's like a good meal, like just the right recipe at the right temperature with the right people, you know?
Yes, that's brilliant. That's because I didn't even realize we were talking about the narcissistic codependency spectrum, and you want to be balanced in that polarity, and everything is paradox and polarity. I think the closer that we get to paradox, the closer we get to God, and but it is also fluid, like you're saying. That I can't remember what you just said was fluid, but this is fluid as well. Like where you are in the spectrum of any of these energies of the soul would be fluid. So you might be, and there's actually nothing wrong with that. You might be a little more excessive at one point. It's a mosaic so it's not like everything has to be neutralized. It's more about how it's flowing, so that there doesn't become a buildup of energy in one area, or a stagnation of energy in some area, right? That's how a healthy body would work.
Exactly. So we created a quiz for it. We could maybe put it in your show
Oh,
notes,
yeah, sure.
and it helps you find out which energies are more dominant and which ones less so. And so I have all the statistics. I think over 1,000 people have already taken it since last week. And the number one energy that's come in, can you guess?
that come in like it's more
The
excessive,
most dominant
most
for people.
dominant? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna have to guess.
Yeah. Guess.
Uh, okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
Well, it's
dun,
so hard
dun.
because I feel like from you, I
Remember,
would
it's a
mhm.
self-selecting audience, and my audience is similar to yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say creator, but you attract lovers, so that's why.
Yes. So, all right. So here's the answer. The first one
Okay.
is healer. Second one is lover.
Okay. Oh, well,
Uh,
yeah,
s-
healer. You know what? I think of creator and healer almost I feel like they're almost the same, but maybe yeah,
s-
I get the nuances. Yeah.
yeah. So a creator would be the energy of doing, making,
Mhm.
building, somebody maybe entrepreneurial, taking action.
Mhm.
And the healer is the energy in us, the way I frame it anyway, that wants to fix, that
Yeah.
wants to feel, that wants to make everyone feel whole and feel safe and okay. And very maybe empathic. So the
Mhm.
excessive healer is maybe too empathic, which a lot of your students suffer, I'm sure, suffer from, as do
Mhm.
mine, always absorbing too much of the negativity of the world. So bringing that into balance. So the healer was the first one, and then the lover was the second. The
Oh.
part of us that wants to be in relationship, to feel oneness, to feel affinity, right?
Mhm.
To give and to receive love in a healthy, balanced way. So those are the top two. But again, it's a very self-selecting audience. If you sent it to the U.S. military and they all took the test, you'd get a lot of warriors, right?
Warriors, yeah. I
Yeah.
know, I was gonna tease you a minute ago and say, "Well, you're coming off a bit excessively warrior-like to me right now, David Gandelman."
Yeah. So, in terms of like enneagrams or astrology or
Mhm.
numerology, you have a type, you have a number,
Mhm.
you have a birth date. And I wanted to make it opposite in the sense that you're all
Mm.
of them. And the
Mhm.
goal is not to be one in a dominant way, it's to be all of them and to integrate all of them.
Yeah.
And so there's meditations and action steps and questions journaling in the book to help people kind of work on each aspect. And then I created a free meditation series to go along with it. So
Ooh,
hope
where's that
hope
published?
I I'm emailing it out to my email list, and it will
Okay.
be on my app, Meditation School. What's that saying? I always hear Eckhart Tolle say, uh,
Oh.
we we wish we were the people we think our dogs think we are. I
Oh,
wish I could
yeah.
be the person my dog thinks I am. Uh,
I heard Eckhart Tolle,
yeah,
it's in The Power of Now, I think, when he says, "I've had 7 gurus, all of them cats."
yeah, Zen masters, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, uh, and I still love Eckhart so much. I so
Me too.
appreciate all of the teachings. I wouldn't be here teaching without his book. So
Mhm.
actually, the I didn't go with that publisher, but New World, which is the publishing company that did The Power of Now, I almost went with them and had a great chat with them. And it was like 20 years, almost to the year, to the day, the month of when we were talking about doing this book with them. And so I read The Power of Now when I was 16. That's
Mhm.
how I started meditating, started down my path. And then 20 years later, here I am talking to the exact guy who did that book and put it out into the world, going, let's do yours. And it was pretty cool. It
Wow.
was an amazing kind of closing of some kind of circle. When I didn't have enough money, I did invest in a business coach, and it was a stretch for me,
Oh.
and I don't
Oh,
think
yeah, for sure.
I never would have gotten anywhere without doing that. I just
Mhm.
needed somebody to help and show me the path because it wasn't my strength, and so, yes, someone might invest some hundreds of dollars to hang out with me, but I hope that, or I don't do it much anymore, but that I would give them the impact, that it would give them a nice return if they're
Mhm.
willing to do the work.
Yeah.
Why not get a 10 or 100x return by really doing the work? And as long as what they're doing is similar enough to what I've done, so I could have some insight. If you're like, I'm going to
Mhm.
start an insurance company, I'm like, all right, well, we can work on your insights, but I have no information on how to navigate that world.
You probably have a cousin who does though, right?
Oh, yeah, my uncle. Yeah, for sure. I know everybody. I'm Jewish. We have a whole network. You need a
Someone in the
lawyer,
Gandelman clan.
you need a lawyer, you need a doctor, you need an accountant, you need an engineer. You call me,
Insurance.
Gandelman, and Lebowitz, 1-800. What do you need?
Uh, and then you're the white sheep of the family with your 7 energies of the soul meditation school.
And, my brother is too because he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
hemp and marijuana farmer,
Mhm,
and entrepreneur as well. So I think we're
mhm.
both kind of sheeps in that, black, white sheeps in that regard. Yeah. But yeah, since I went to school for magic in Hawaii, that would probably give me the award.
I remember, I think you said one time some relative of yours said something to you at a gathering, something like, what you have to tell something about, like,
Yeah.
they just pay you to talk or something like that. What was
Yeah, no, I had a Russian relative say, "What do you do for a living?" And I proceeded to tell him, and he goes, "So you say your job is to make people happy?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can say that." And he goes, "What kind of bullshit is this, huh?" You know what though? Like 10 years later, that same relative came up to me and was like, "I listened to all your podcasts. I love it."
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
so
sweet.
nice. I love it. What kind of
And,
bullshit is this?
I
Sounds
know
like a
my
prostitute.
I know. What uh, eh, my grandfather is on my email list, I forget, and,
Oh,
when
no.
you send out an email list to your list is, of thousands of people, it'll have their name, like, "Hey,"
Mhm.
and his name's Nikolai, so, "Hey, Nikolai," and then it'll be a whole email from me about what's coming up, and he thinks he's 91, he thinks that I'm just emailing him everything I have coming up, and he responds every time in all caps, and, very phonetic way of spelling things, and and it's just adorable. It's so awesome, and he's like, "How do I sign up for meditation school? I wanna pay the monthly fee." And I was like, Grandpa, you don't need to pay." He's like, "I wanna pay. I'll send
Oh,
you a check."
a check. You're like, "I don't know what to do with those."
I know, a check. I remember those from the '90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
adorable.
my gosh, that is really adorable, I love it.
Oh,
Brian's Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have to share this. I went to
Okay.
visit him a few months ago in Florida,
Mhm.
and he introduced me to his rabbi, and he goes, "This is my grandson, David. He's a medication teacher." And
Close.
and then we walked past the lady at the front desk in his building, and he goes, "This is my grandson. He's not married."
Well, you really should listen to the whole podcast episode because I don't know, we crack each other up. We also talk about his kitty cat a little bit, and we talk about all kinds of fun things. We talk about where we are in this world with technology versus the human reality and the human being. I love David so much, and so check out all of his work. The links are in the description for this book, as well as for his meditation school app, and his podcasts, and all of the ways he puts out content. And so I want to also make an invitation to you once again to like, subscribe, share, comment. Click the little bell to get notifications for when I post more of these videos. And I hope that you find something really interesting here. If you want to comment and let me know what it is you're interesting or looking for. And I'm actually interested, if you would like to do this, on taking some of your questions, and spiritual questions, that kind of stuff, things about the metaphysical world, and things about the psychic arts. So that question down in one of my videos, and perhaps I will answer it right here on one of these videos. And so with that, I will just say to you that I appreciate you so much. You are a light on this world. And so thanks for tuning in. I love you, whoever you are.